Well, I have to say I'm devastated this morning. We had a predation event last night on our turkeys. I came out about 11 o'clock last night to shut the water off to our sprinkler system in our cornfield, and I found a dead turkey out in the back side. Immediately came around front, and the enclosure back here where we had our 8 turkeys in, the fence was all down. There was 2 turkeys tangled up there. One's still alive, but all the other ones are dead. It's devastating, and we're trying to figure out what type of predator did that. Could be a variety of things, but it's not a very sunny side up morning today. So, as an emergency measure, we took our one surviving turkey and put her in here with our meat birds to protect her. This area is electrified, so this has been pretty secure. The netting around the turkeys was electrified, but whatever happened caused such a commotion that the birds must have just gone crazy, and when they knocked it to the fence, they knocked the electric connections off. So you can see all the feathers in here, although all the birds were out of the enclosure except for one that was tangled up in the netting on this side, which was the only one that was physically eating, and that was the entrails were eaten. The living bird was tangled up in this side. I got her out and immediately put her in with the chickens. We had a dead bird in the street with no visible signs of damage. We had another dead bird down here by our bees. We have predation in the field. There's 2 groups of feathers down in this back field. And then we had birds up on the other side. One of those had no signs of any injuries. The other one was obviously taken by the neck. So we're kind of at a loss for what type of predator it would be. We were thinking owl initially, but the owl, I don't think, would have been able to carry these birds off the way it did. These are the last 2 predation sites. We found these this morning. It's interesting how far apart all these spots are. These are a good 200 to 300 feet from where the other birds were found. So we have a variety of predators that could be the culprit. We have bobcats, we have foxes, we have owls, we have raccoons, we have possums, fisher cats. The list goes on and on. The interesting thing is we heard no commotion last night. This had to have happened sometime before 11 p.m. We were up in the house. We raise our birds in our front yard so that they are closer to the house to hopefully mitigate some of the predator pressure. And we did not hear any commotion, and there had to be something going on because, like I said, the net was down. So I just don't understand how it was so silent. It's kind of bewildering that all of that happened without us noticing it, and without the dog noticing it. Although we did have the dog got a little antsy at one point. We didn't hear anything, and that was earlier in the evening. Maybe she was giving us a sign, and we just didn't pay attention to it close enough. But devastating day. So we hate to have this one turkey be alone, but unfortunately, that's what we're going to have to deal with. But we are going to make some changes, and one of the things is going to be on how we've attached the electric fence. We did have the electric fence attached to this metal clip here, and when the predator came around and the turkey started running into the fence, it seems like this clip fell off, and that we lost the charge on the fencing. So we're going to clip that right to this top green wire there. That should give us the charge on our fence. We're also going to get a larger Energizer. I don't feel that this is really strong enough for this netting, so we're going to get something that will pack a little bit of more of electrical shock. That should help. In the meantime, we're going to let her stay out here during the day, but we will be putting her in our chicken tractor at nighttime with the chickens. She spent last night with the chickens in there. She did fine. They all seem to get along great. We don't want to leave her in there during the day though, because I don't feel that she can compete with those Freedom Rangers for food. So we want to make sure that she has her own food and water and her own fresh grass. So those are changes we're going to do for now, but we certainly will be doing an upgrade for next season. I'm thinking about building maybe a smaller chicken tractor to keep the turkeys in just at night, and we'll have that enclosed in their fencing during the day. So here's our one clue. We did find some scat on the driveway. This is located near where the turkeys were. So I am thinking that this was probably a work of a fox. We did see a fox up in the yard near the chicken tractor about 2 weeks ago. Also, the scat that we found in the driveway, for what my research shows, kind of resembles what could be fox scat. The other thing is that 2 of the turkeys that we found definitely had bites on their neck, which is typically what a fox or a canine is going to do. All of the turkeys still had their heads attached, which if it was a raccoon, I think that wouldn't have been the case. So I'm kind of ruling out raccoon on this one, and I am leaning towards a fox. All the birds were also gone in the morning when we came back outside. I didn't remove them last night. It was dark out. Didn't want to take them into the woods at that point. We do have a lot of predators, bears, coyotes, bobcats, stuff like that, so I didn't want to venture into the woods last night. But then when we came out in the morning, all the birds that were scattered all over our property were all gone. So whatever it was came back and must have gotten them one by one. So I think it's a fox. We're going to put some game cameras out. I think it will probably return to the area, knowing that there are still birds up here, and maybe we can catch some images of it and confirm what our beliefs are. So losing our turkeys last night was a terrible thing for us. We love our animals very dearly. Even though those animals are eventually going to end up on our dinner plate, we want to give them the best possible life possible. And part of that is the responsibility of making sure they're safe. And I feel that we just did not do that properly. And that's something that we have to live with. We're going to make some improvements to how we're containing them and what type of protections we're giving them to make sure that this type of thing doesn't happen again. And I know, others who raise their food, everybody has losses. You can't avoid all predators, but we want to make sure we do everything possible to eliminate as much risk as we can. So even though today's not a very sunny side up day for us, we hope that it's a sunny side day up for you. So until next time, may all your days be sunny side up.